This is a place where visitors are going to want to come to get an overview of the early history of Northeast Tennessee. We have a number of events. We have our 2011 events scheduled. In the early spring with the maple syrup, we tap the trees and do that in March. Andre Michaud is more of a nature-oriented, where the thousands of spring trout lilies bloom, and so it's more getting the ground ready for mules plowing, whatever. We're doing a special program, 2 a year, for the Tennessee or the National Sesquicentennial of the Civil War. So we're doing that in the spring for the first 6 months of, say, 1861, and then we'll do for Christmas the second part for 1861. It's been a long time coming, but I think it's an exciting permanent exhibit. I mean, basically it tells you the early history leading into then Johnson City, which begins around 1869 after the Civil War in Johnson's Depot and Johnson City. So it's a nice 1-2 in terms of with Johnson City to tell the area's history.
On a tour, we normally tell them about the 3 historic families that lived here. There was a Colonel John Tipton who lived here from 1783 until 1813. And then there was John Tipton Jr. who took over his father's farm and lived here until he died in 1833. And then there was a Landon Carter Haynes who was given this site by his father, David Haynes, as a wedding gift in 1839. And he lived here in the 1840s and the 50s.
Having to fend off Indians, having to cultivate your own food, using all the parts of the body like the Native Americans did to get their coats and their skin to keep warm, especially with as cold as it was today. It was 25 degrees, and that's pretty cold.
It is interesting because I don't know how I could do it. Because it's different. Seeing that stuff happen is different than just reading about it, because you can actually get a mental picture of how it went more precisely, I guess, get a bigger picture of it.
The site itself is an incredible site because there's a great depth of history here. From the dire wolf, the tooth we found in the cave, on through the state of Franklin, and on through the Civil War period.